1, verse 41. Adharmabhi bhavat Krishna pradushyanti kula striya strishu dushtasu varshnya jayate varna sankara. With the preponderance of vice, O Krishna, the women of the family become immoral. And from the immorality of women, O descendant of Vrishni, unwanted progeny are born. Women occupied a very high status in Vedic society. For families to be religious and societies to be moral, it is necessary that their women be virtuous. According to the Manu Smriti, Yatra Naryas tu pujyante ramante tatra devata. 3. Societies where women are worshipped, for they are chaste and virtuous. The celestial gods are joyous. Arjuna became concerned and started comprehending what would happen to the society in the absence of guidance and protection of elders. The women of the family may get misled. Therefore, Arjuna said to Sri Krishna that if the women of the family turn towards immorality and commit adultery, they would bear illegitimate children. This would not only destroy peace and happiness of the future generations, but also deprive the ancestors of their Vedic rights. Family traditions will be abandoned, and the welfare of society will be at stake. Chapter 1, verse 42. Sankaro Narakaya iva kulagnanam kulasha cha patanti pitaro hi esham lupta. Pindodaka kriya. An increase in unwanted children results in hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family. Deprived of sacrificial offerings, the ancestors of such corrupt families also fall. Chapter 1, verse 43. Doshair etaye kulagnanam varna sankara karakaye utsadyante jati dharma kula dharmash cha shashvata. Through the evil deeds of those who destroy the family tradition and thus give rise to unwanted progeny, a variety of social and family welfare activities are ruined. Chapter 1, verse 44. Utsanna kula dharmanam manushyanam janardana narake niyatam vaso bhavatityanu shushruma. O Janardhan, Krishna, I have heard from the learned that those who destroy family traditions dwell in hell for an indefinite period of time. Chapter 1, verse 45 to 46. Aho bata mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam yad rajya sukha lobhena hantum svajanam udyata yadi mam apratikaram ashastram shastrapanaya dhartarashtra rane hanyustan mikshemataram bhavet alas. How strange it is that we have set our mind to perform this great sin with horrifying consequences. Driven by the desire for kingly pleasures, we are intent on killing our own kinsmen. It would be better if, with weapons in hand, the sons of Dhritarashtra kill me unarmed and unresisting on the battlefield. Arjuna was surprised. Despite being aware that this war would only bring misfortune to all, those who were in the battlefield and the families they would leave behind. They were all hankering to commit this sin. He started with the word aho, which means alas. He had enumerated all the possible catastrophes that were imminent if this war took place. But he was ignoring the very fact that if the wrongdoers were not punished, it would cause greater damage to the society. Often, we keep blaming the circumstances or others, but turn a blind eye towards our own weaknesses. Arjuna's justification for not killing his greedy cousins and relatives was driven by his own attachment and compassion towards them. Even though he felt it was a sin to kill them, as they were his relatives, he did not realize that his sentiments were actually materialistic and not transcendental. Blinded by compassion, he had forgotten his dharma as a warrior, that he was beyond this material body. His delusion had come to a point where he was willing to drop his weapons and allow his enemy to kill him unarmed. Chapter 1, verse 47. Sanjaya uvacha evam uktvarjuna sankhye rathopastha upavishat visrija sasharam chapam shoka samvegnya manasa. Sanjay said, speaking thus, Arjuna cast aside his bow and arrows and sank into the seat of his chariot, his mind in distress and overwhelmed with grief. Arjuna's reluctance to fight the war had now reached its climax. He had now surrendered to his grief and slumped into deep dejection. His condition was the creation of his own material attachments and caused his dereliction of duty. This was a completely unexpected behavior from someone who was considered the epitome of devotion and self-surrender to God. In fact, before the battle, when both parties were mobilizing their armies, given a choice between the entire armed Yadu army and the unarmed Lord Shri Krishna, Arjuna chose the Lord, as he had complete faith in him. At this point, let us consider who Arjuna really was. He was definitely not a novice, bereft of spiritual knowledge. His celestial father was Indra, the king of heaven. Arjuna had been to his abode and received several boons from him and other celestial beings. In his past life, Arjuna was Nar, part of the twin dissensions, the Nar-Narayan, where Nar was the perfected soul situated in transcendental knowledge and Narayan the Supreme Lord. Then why in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, a grand warrior of such stature was dropping his weapons? What was the cause of his misery? For the benefit of future generations, Shri Krishna wanted to bring forth the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita. By intentionally confusing Arjuna, the Lord had created this opportunity. In this chapter, Arjuna put forth to the Lord several arguments and justifications why he should not fight this war. And in the subsequent chapters, Sri Krishna has elaborated upon why Arjuna's arguments were inappropriate and the way forward.